you go, buddy. All right.
When we see the next game, we see.
So
Raven
this is
King
Ned.
versus
No. It's Ned and Fade.
Oh, it was Ned and Fade.
Yeah. So
All right.
Ned breaking out the old Pokemon trainer. So I don't know a whole lot about Fade's Chrom. He did tell me in the lobby that this was a character he was trying to play.
Fade's Chrom is very nasty.
Yeah.
A lot of his things, he can do like fair up B, and it does like 50 damage.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to DI out of just because of how big Chrom's sword is, and it's not like Roy where he's like a little wet noodle. It's like the whole sword is very powerful.
Ned actually won not only New Game Plus, but the first Mission tournament on Wednesdays. He won the first ever Ultimate tournament for them as well. Beat Panda as he came back from losers, made a run, and was able to take that championship as well. So Ned is on a roll.
Yeah, I said from the beginning, when you think of like Pokemon Trainer as a character, I think he's easily the most diverse character in the game. And I feel like whoever can utilize his character the best might be the best player in the game.
Yeah, it's something I talked about a lot when it came to New Game Plus, when I was like, I think this character has a lot of tech. I don't think a whole lot of people are going to waste their time trying to learn every single bit of tech, but if someone is willing to put in that time, he could definitely be a scary character. Who knows?
I feel like when you have a character that can do so many things, just like I don't know if the diversity is the right word, or just like the amount of things this character can do is unrivaled by basically the entire cast. So if you're able to, go, all right, well, this is the character I need in this scenario, and it's honestly those people are going to get better and better as the game progresses, just by muscle memory and just game knowledge. That Pokemon Trainer will be perfected to a point that it's going to be a very scary character, and honestly, I could see this character being a top 10 character.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we're really going to need a few months more to decide whether or not Pokemon Trainer is super viable, or if it's just a pick right now, nobody really knows what to do against. I mean, you could at least say that about this character. I mean, you're playing against 3 different opponents in one, so you're going to have to learn a lot of different strategies for fighting this character right now that nobody really knows what to do with.
Yeah, especially some characters are really well equipped to battle 1, maybe 2, but that third character might just be the death of you. You have Squirtle, fantastic neutral, very fast. He's a frame 2 or 3 jab, I think.
Yeah.
And he's just very fast on his feet. Some slower characters are gonna have a hard time just pinning him down. And then you look at Ivysaur. Ivysaur is basically a sword character with leaves on him.
Yeah, I was gonna say
he can space people out really well, and if you just need a big beater to clean up the stock, Charizard's there for you.
Whew. And then you have Charizard. He's just, a house.
Yeah.
He just hits hard. I mean,
he's there if you need him.
Yeah.
He's definitely the least, I think, used Pokemon out of all of the Pokemon Trainer's arsenal, but he definitely has his moments where he shines. Especially, when you switch from the Ivysaur to Charizard, you get that extra ooh.
Oh, you get the extra oof. You get that little extra oof.
You do usually get the extra jump, but it looks like
he got the extra jump. He just jumped the wrong way. he just went to the other side. The ledge is actually that way, Charizard, but that's okay. Fade's gonna take game 1 there, and they say Chrom has a poor recovery. Wow. I actually think that a lot of people are overrating Chrom. I do think he's got really good aerials and on-stage presence, but once people figure out how to consistently get him off stage, he's just dead all the time.
Yeah, I played Fade earlier in the bracket today, and I had played Pikachu against him, and the 2 stocks that I got against him in the second game were from me just kind of carrying him off stage, and then he's just like, oh, well, I guess I'm dead.
Yeah, you give this game like 2 more months, and people recognize all of Chrom's on-stage shenanigans, and then they just get him off stage, and it's like, okay, well, he's dead. You know what I mean?
I think once people kind of realize, he is kind of similar to, when you look at him, he's very similar to, Cloud in terms of, how you can get him off the stage. Once he's off the stage, there's nothing really you can do about it.
Yeah, and it's really scary when you think about the fact that Cloud actually has a better recovery than Chrom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
even since they
rough.
nerfed it with, limit not being as, only that was 12 seconds.
And he still has a better, Chrom is definitely a contender for one of the worst recoveries. He's not the worst because Incineroar exists, but Incineroar was almost like they fell asleep. Like they like completely forgot.
They kind of gave up on him towards the end there. I thought Incineroar was a very interesting character on the announcement. As like someone who like plays a lot of Pokemon, I didn't really. It was kind of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be, you know, with someone like Zoroark, who's like a very fan favorite Pokemon.
Sure.
It's kind of random.
Watch Chrom dive. Oh, you missed.
Really?
I thought for sure you were going to hit that down A. But, yeah, Incineroar, it definitely, I thought if they were going to do, like, not a Unova. What is it? What is the next generation? The Alola?
Alola, yeah.
If they were going to do a Alola starter, I definitely would have said, oh, Decidueye.
Yeah, I feel like, well, Decidueye's in Pokken, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he? I don't know.
Yeah, Decidueye's in Pokken. I believe Primarina is the only one that's not in a fighting game.
And she doesn't really belong in a
Pokken,
fighting
yeah.
game. I mean, she's kind of awkward. She's my favorite one, but she doesn't really belong in a fighting game. It's a little weird.
Yeah, she's maybe more an assist trophy type of Pokemon.
Yeah. So this game kind of got back to even. Ivysaur is definitely my favorite Pokemon out of the bunch. I love all of his aerials. He's really abusing the fact that Fade can't land right now.
Yeah, those up air strings are really nasty. You just look at Ivysaur, and I think he has like a lot of potential. It's just, I think maybe even as the meta progresses, maybe people will start playing just one Pokemon out of the Pokemon Trainer Pokemon, you know,
Yeah.
primarily. And I think a lot of people are probably going to go to Ivysaur just because he can kind of do the most with what he has out of all the other Pokemon.
I think he's the most balanced. He's got a little bit of pop, a lot of range, pretty decent recovery, especially if you want to count the fact that he can change into someone who can fly. I mean, not too bad. Fade's doing a pretty good job at ground control right now, just trying to hit Charizard with a few aerials every once in a while, a couple nairs, a couple jabs, and trying to find a way to poke his shield.
Yeah, he really is just not giving, you know, Ned any room to breathe here, because what I'm assuming here is maybe Ned kind of wants to get back to his other Pokemon, because Charizard's not really who you want to be against, you know, this really fast sword character. But it's actually proving, you know, to do pretty well.
And now what is not?
Commentator's curse. Sorry, Ned.
Whoops.
But, you know, he's back in it with the Squirtle. You know, Chrom's at 120, 131, so, you know, he has the ability to close the stock out pretty quickly.
I do have to admit, though, I think if I had to choose one Pokemon to go with in this fight... Oh!
Disgusting.
You choose Squirtle. I was going to say Squirtle the whole time, I promise.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about Water Gun. I totally forgot. That's a super viable option against Chrom. Absolutely.
Free Flood. You know, just... Maybe we can see that again to close with the last stock. Maybe... Ned will put Fade in, you know, an unfavorable situation and switch back to maybe Ivysaur or Charizard, and then try to clean up the stock again with the Water Gun eventually later down the line. But it seems like he may not need them. He's doing a really good job at taking back neutral from Fade.
Yeah, it's just that the weird thing with Squirtle is it really feels like this character doesn't pack a whole lot of a punch. A lot of the times when you're stringing along combos with this character, a lot of them are very quick, and they actually string together, but there's not a whole lot of knockback, and not a whole lot of damage comes out of it. So Squirtle's in a weird place for me when it comes to the Pokemon-specific tier list I got going on in my brain.
Squirtle is, it's kind of, he reminds me of Sheik a lot, and like he kind of just like nickels and dimes you.
Yeah.
And then he kind of is like, all right, well, I think you're dead. But, you know, he's obviously not going to have the same problems as Sheik with killing, because, you know, you can switch into this, you know, big old dragon.
Yeah, I really don't know what Squirtle's kill options are. There's a lot more viable ways to kill with Ivysaur and Charizard to the point where I just don't even really think about it with Squirtle that much. Oh, you're dead.
Oh, and he's dead.
That was a really weird option for Ned to commit to, and because of it, he's going to be sent to losers now.
I think maybe that was ill-advised.